couple of doctors in the crowd today. For the people that don't know why we're here, I invite you to have a look at the signs. The government has been lying to you folks. All your influencers, your celebrities, they've been lying. 100%. To the judges, to the politicians, influencers, tell your story here for the public to hear you. The news is not telling you the truth, folks. We've got a couple of doctors that will be speaking right now to you.
My name is Matt. I'm not a member of any group or organisation. I'm simply a tradesman who's had enough. I'm going to be here every week, every Saturday, because I'm worried about the future of this country, and I'm worried about the future for our children. To the public, we've got 2 doctors prepared to speak out today, so they must have our respect. We are governed by corrupt traitors, and until we stand up to it, it will continue. So I'm going to be here every week at Saturday, 12 o'clock at Parliament Steps, until this ends. Numbers might be getting down this week, but we know who we can trust. The people here, we can trust. So I'm going to pass you over to the 2 doctors who want to speak. First is Dr. Lynette Hatherley. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? My name's Dr. Lynette Hatherley. I'm a GP and I've been affected by the mandate. First of all, I'd just like to acknowledge all the people who've been so adversely affected by the tyrannical measures of the pandemic policies of the last 2.5 or so years. I'd like to acknowledge all the deaths that have occurred through neglect of the elderly in aged care facilities and also through suicides. I'd like to acknowledge all those who've been affected. And I'd also like to acknowledge all the people whose mental health has been affected by these policies. Not just the lockdowns, but just the full-on fear, all the fear-mongering that the media have propagated. So I was in a restaurant about a week and a half ago, and there was this poor child, about 10 years old, who was sitting with his family. And the rest of the family, maybe it was a family of about 6, the rest of the family weren't wearing masks, except for this little boy. He'd have his mask on and this look of fear on his face. And then he'd bring the mask down below his chin when he had to eat, and then put it back up over his nose and mouth. I mean, you know, what's the future for a child like that? He's just petrified to have a meal out with his family. I just think this is just so criminal what's been done to children and how far back their education has been set, but just their mental health, it's just appalling. So now I do want to admit I myself completely fell for the narrative. I believe the government, I believe the media, especially the ABC. I was a massive fan of the ABC. And